I felt my chest tighten with excitement as rain tapped softly against the windshield. Ava's laugh danced through the car, warm and comforting, like a melody I wanted to remember forever. My fingers brushed the keys, trembling slightly, betraying my nerves. "Are you nervous?" she whispered, leaning closer, her hand brushing mine. "Me? Nervous? Never," I lied, though butterflies swirled in my stomach. She shook her head, smiling knowingly. "You always lie when it matters," she murmured. I watched her face, lit by city lights reflecting off wet streets. Her eyes sparkled, innocent yet daring, and I felt my heart leap. The smell of coffee and rain wrapped around us, comforting and alive. I wanted this night to last forever. I wanted to feel her hand in mine endlessly. And then everything changed. Headlights tore through the night like blades. My grip on the wheel tightened. The world spun violently, tires screeching. I could feel the collision before it even happened. Darkness swallowed the car, and my chest sank into a void of nothing. I could barely think. I could barely exist. I woke to a world of white. Too quiet, too sharp, too sterile. My head throbbed violently. My body felt alien, foreign, unrecognizable. A hand brushed mine, warm, familiar, and yet unknown. "Are you awake?" a gentle voice asked. My eyes blinked through the haze, trying to focus, and then I saw her, Ava. Hair pulled back, tired eyes glimmering with unshed tears, her lips trembling into a smile. "You're awake," she whispered, her voice cracking with relief. Who are you?" My words sounded strange, foreign even to me. Her smile faltered. She gripped my hand tighter. I'm Ava," she said, as if naming herself could unlock my memory. But I didn't remember. I wanted to reach for her. I wanted to remember every laugh, every touch, every whispered word. But my memory was empty, like a photograph burned before I could look. Dr. Tasha entered the room, calm, steady, familiar. My ex. A memory my mind clung to without understanding why. Ava tried again, reaching for my hand, brushing hair from my face. I recoiled slightly, confused. My heart ached at the unfamiliar pull between them, and between her and me. I stared at the ceiling that night, Ava's thumb tracing gentle circles on my hand. Warmth fluttered inside me, unnamed and fragile. I wanted to respond. I wanted to feel it, but all I could do was stare, uncertain. Later, I saw her sitting quietly, tears falling silently. "Please, remember me," I imagined her saying, and my chest tightened. The world outside moved with life. Rain, laughter, the hum of the city, while inside, I was trapped in fog. I wanted to remember Ava. I wanted to fall into her arms and feel what I had forgotten. Small moments pierced through, the brush of her fingers adjusting my blanket, the soft laugh escaping her, even while holding back tears. I didn't recognize her, but I felt her. That evening, she sat beside me, fingers intertwining with mine naturally. "Do you want to see something?" she asked, a photo album in hand. Pictures of us, smiling and laughing, wrapped in each other's arms. I didn't know the faces, I didn't know the names, but I knew the emotion. I wanted to reach for her, to speak, but no words came. She leaned close, brushing her hair from my face, breath warm. "Sophie, it's me," I'm here. I've never left. My heart raced. Something fragile inside me whispered back. Maybe it was possible to love again, even if I couldn't remember. I woke to sunlight spilling across the hospital room. My mind felt heavy, memories scattered like shards of glass. Ava was sitting beside me, her hand brushing mine, warm and familiar, though I didn't remember why. Something inside me stirred, a pull I couldn't name. Dr. Tasha entered the room, her white coat pristine, clipboard in hand, eyes soft but commanding. I felt safe when she was near, a strange comfort I couldn't explain. Ava's hand lingered on mine. I could feel tension in her fingers, subtle but unmistakable. "Good morning, Sophie," Tasha said, her voice calm, professional, but there was something in her smile that made my chest tighten. I smiled weakly. "Morning." Tasha leaned closer, adjusting the blanket around my shoulders. Her fingers brushed my skin accidentally, and I felt an unexpected warmth spread across my arm. Ava's grip on my hand tightened almost imperceptibly. I sensed her awareness, her small, quiet jealousy. I looked between them, heart fluttering. The room suddenly felt smaller, charged. "You're healing faster than I expected," Tasha said, voice soft, almost teasing. I met Ava's eyes briefly. She smiled, but her jaw tightened. Something flickered inside me, confusion, desire, guilt. I didn't know what I wanted. Later, Ava brought a cup of tea, sitting close beside me. "How are you feeling?" she asked, her voice gentle, reassuring. I leaned back, letting her hand rest against mine. It felt familiar, grounding, even if my mind couldn't recall why. Dr. Tasha returned to check my vitals. Her touch was careful, professional, but every movement seemed deliberate. I felt my pulse quicken as Tasha's fingers brushed my arm again, lingering just a second too long. Ava's eyes followed every gesture, subtle tension radiating from her like heat. I noticed how Ava's hand curled slightly around mine, almost possessive, but tender. "Sophie, you'll be okay," she murmured. My heart beat faster, caught between the warmth of Ava and the strange comfort of Tasha. One afternoon, Tasha sat beside me to adjust the IV line. Her fingers brushed my wrist. The contact was fleeting, yet it sent sparks through me I didn't understand. Ava appeared in the doorway, her eyes sharp, jaw tight. I felt her quiet jealousy, a tension that made my chest ache. "Sophie, are you comfortable?" Tasha asked, voice low, almost intimate. I nodded, unable to speak, caught in the electricity between them. Ava stepped forward, her presence soft but commanding, brushing past Tasha just slightly. The room felt like it was shrinking, charged with emotions I couldn't name. I wanted to reach for Ava, but my eyes kept drifting to Tasha, drawn to her quiet authority, her calm touch. That evening, Ava sat beside me, fingers entwined with mine. "I don't like feeling pushed aside," she said quietly, her voice trembling slightly. I wanted to tell her I didn't mean it, that Tasha was just my past, but the words tangled in my throat. Tasha appeared at the door, offering advice about my recovery. Her presence made the room shift, subtle, almost magnetic. I felt Ava's hand squeeze mine tighter, jealousy simmering beneath her calm exterior. I wanted to reassure her, to make her feel safe, but the tension between Tasha and me was real and undeniable. I watched Ava's eyes, fierce yet tender, longing yet vulnerable. I realized then that love wasn't just memory, it was presence, attention, small gestures. I wanted to choose, to fall into Ava's arms, yet part of me was drawn to Tasha's quiet strength. The air smelt different today. Fresh flowers, warm light through the hospital window. Ava was smiling again. She looked at me like I was still hers. And maybe I wanted to be. I was going home. 3 weeks, 3 lifetimes. The city outside looked alive again. Ava opened the door to our apartment. The scent of vanilla candles drifted out. My chest tightened. It felt like stepping into someone else's dream. Photos on the wall. 2 women laughing. One of them me, the other her. I traced the frames with my fingers, searching for feelings in glass and colour. "You can ask me anything," Ava said softly. "I'll tell you every story again if you want." I nodded. I didn't want stories. I wanted to feel. That night I slept in our bed for the first time. The sheets smelled like lavender and something else. Something like home. We started small. Morning walks, coffee shops, late-night talks by the window. Ava would laugh, and I'd catch myself laughing too, like muscle memory, like love had never left my body. One evening, she taught me how to dance again. No music, just her humming softly. Her fingers guided mine. Her eyes never left my face. Her hand on my waist, the warmth of her skin, the way her breath brushed my neck. Every nerve remembered her, even if my mind still didn't. "See," she murmured, "this is us." I looked into her eyes, and for the first time I didn't feel lost. I felt found. Ava gave me a small envelope one morning. My name written in her handwriting. "I wrote it while you were asleep in the hospital," she said, "in case you never remembered me." My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside, her words, raw and trembling too. "Even if your mind forgets me, I'll love you enough for both of us. And if one day you feel something familiar, even for a second, that's me finding you again."